Remembering, collaboration with Soldier Blue and Catherine Wyatt. In the verdant dark move the velvet dancers as the weight of days are removed and we revisit the spirit of why ceremony and why traditional thoughts as we sing in the spirits of healing and earth as we have ever known them from the wealth of being tied to immortal bone. We move through the dust of ancient blood, connected to the tree of life as we sing, as we see the faces of our families, of our communities, our nations of red earth, and their eyes upturned as we walk the circle and lift ourselves, as magma rises to the dreaming surface of stone, and we see again the Creator's hand in His creation as we float and free fall below the asphalt so that our feet touch the paths our peoples have ever known in this past, and the lives of the people unseen as we are they, and in the black we walk the spirit ways of their ghosting roads.
Yea, blood calls to blood, endless spirit from bone, and gifts new life from beyond, beyond. This time, there is no time, and we watch the progressive movement of the people from within the realms of the sacred stones, so we gaze back at watermark events before stepping into the sacred to find the root, those places where transmutations of worldview weaved silver webs, those paths where the people were forced to gaze between them, where sky meets the horizon lines, when tradition had to be challenged to survive in its true significance. 1969, the Mohawk Nation has to fight Canada over tolls disallowing them to bring goods from the USA. Arrested and tried while in the same year Gallup, New Mexico, dependent on native trade, the young people protest a ceremony. Abuse commonplace for those innocents who were portrayed at festivals as happy Indians. As the canal closed down beaches used as trash cans by white tourists were fined and forced to reopen their lands. And in San Francisco, young natives, dislocated, relocated, met to find solutions, and the next day their meeting place where ceremony was held was accidentally burnt to the ground. So in the midst of what seems new, smoke and mirrors start to peel away as questioning the status quo becomes incumbent, even as the Heyoga work.
As with magic, of source and knowledge, not the stereotypic superstitions others sought to use as an explanation upon our means of worldview and dreams, and thus we, as ever, walk into the dance and leave sanguine sheens upon the earth, where we have moved through the grace of ancient patterns in the realms that make the refutations necessary as indigenous as opposed to being so civilized. Yeah, into the ghosting ways we disappear and lift again as smoke upon the horizon, a sign for those who are one of the knowing and who have no superseded, corrected, and thus crippled sense of second sight, and so into the light and the warfare of the ancient rainbow we walk, bows strung with prayer, our faces painted with sacred storms, and our eyes fixed upon the thunder beams as we walk backward to better walk forward, strong as one of the people, shedding the stains of a social strata that has only given us death to commit their various forms upon ourselves, as we dance into the circles where the fires still burn, and the young still sit at the feet of the elders and learn the morals of the people as we have been born over and again, as the time and the people demand, as the sacrifices continue to the needs be made by the faithful for the many, as our peoples of red earth continue, so it will be.
that from the flat plain shall arise those who can hear, young ones, to carry the tradition shall be brought to the forth. New contexts, old ways. Providential preservation, there will be a new generation. Those songs that are no longer sung will be heard again, ghost dancing on the windsong. Courage, patience, endurance, so says Black Elk. Such spirits cannot be broken. They arose in the 70s, jailed and killed, paving way for those who tread with sacred steps in roads of colors known to them, carrying water and touching stones to cry out as we the faithful.
Continue to lament for a vision what we see, and so give healing to those in need, and the grace to understand. So many cry, so many die, and still we must dance, and so the commitment is long, and we accept what we must do for the good of our others, and all the young who see but do not always understand what we do for them. Spiritual ethics, hands cupped, collections made, prayers released as we dance and cry with sorrows of faith. Grandmother moon, smoke and foam, fire and sea, the dreams of the red earthen ones who cry and sing, we as one who walk, ragged children many times with nothing but spirit food to eat. We who walk these sacred storms, we who will find our only favor amongst the people unseen as we walk with them upon the ghost road. 'Neath the lean wings of ravens' dreams and the songs old crows sing of the spirit lands, 'neath dead star dims, a nighted highway of immortal bones, and the handprints wet, just blown, we the ragged children dancing upon the ghost road.